Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the USC Trojans, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. We'll kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the USC Trojans offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
From the gun on 3rd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips one guy, now he's loose. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Makes his connection. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Getting some heat. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his protection.
And on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. And the Trojans will punt this one away. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. He'll call for the fair catch here. So Oregon's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under.
Can anyone catch it? He's inside the 40, at the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Ducks! You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape. And he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it to the back. Got room at the 35. Love to see these third down conversions. They're out to their own 39-yard line. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's back to throw on second down. He wants to go deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
A strike downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They're down to the 20, first and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A first down run in the red zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Ducks want to move quickly. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Trojans line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
They move the tight end all over. Power football with the run. Discards a man. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Slings it downfield. Rolls it in. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
What a day. His third rushing touchdown. You got your college fantasy football team going. This guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Oregon State has the lead right now, but this Reser Stadium crowd is restless. They just... separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Flips it out to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your... Timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Running back goes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Keeps the legs moving. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense lining up for a 1st down play.
29 Philly.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's running in the open. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some 1st downs, get some positive momentum.
Caught in the backfield, it's Horn. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. They'll operate out of split backs.
He's taken down at the 40. Give it up for 1st down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. On the move, it's Spears.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, going up top. Pressure coming. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll put the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. Runs through the tackle. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They're trying to get to it. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the 1st half. This is a good start.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the 1st down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on 3rd down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in get.
And he's got it inside the 25. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
USC 3.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here. Cut into this deficit. Create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Makes a move. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Hawk, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot.
And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half so far.
And the ball's on the ground. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Trojans send out the punt unit. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like you've had an enjoyable day there today in Eugene. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
And the Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return.
Will take over.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going to the run to start this second half. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in a spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back, you got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. Run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. At the 45 on his way. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Throwing right. It's complete. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. And the Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. With that last one, he's now up to 90 career rushing touchdowns.
Man, that is crazy to think about, to be that durable at the running back spot, to be in the lineup, running with juice, running with energy. 90 touchdowns is so crazy. What a career for this guy.
It's just so easy to be desensitized to it because we've watched this guy do it all throughout his career. But let's just take a moment and pause and appreciate the greatness that is 90 touchdown runs.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Oregon State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks awful. So unlike this program. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Got his man out of the backfield. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Open space at the 25. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease to the left. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The back goes in motion. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. He's got him in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Trojans are on the move. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught behind the line. It's Bitonio. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its 1st touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Snags it over the middle. Makes the catch and knocked down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans. He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the tailback. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
To the ground with the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The give to the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions and making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched 78 yards down the field, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's got an open man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Pocket starts to collapse. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Keeps it on the bootleg. Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Oh, and the attempt is no good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Quick handoff. Hard running there. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
You know, you start day one in training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Trying to slam in. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. On the ground. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, heavyweights trading punches today in a top 5 battle, and now it's a final. Washington had an impressive showing at home, and to do it with some of the legends of the past there, Mark Brunell, Napoleon Kaufman, and Lincoln Kennedy, what a special victory. Gonna be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Going up top on 1st down. It's complete to the left. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Still on his feet at the 45. And stampeding through the defense. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on second down. Trying the left side. Strikes the blow. Racing down the left side. At the 30. Inside the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. They're bringing heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that pass is intercepted.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Got enough space. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They're going to throw it again. He's got the back in the middle. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Flags it. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen, build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires left. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now on 2nd down.
Second down coming up.
To throw, it's Hawkins. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They played that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Looking for a block. It's Morales. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to move it through the air. Sends it downfield. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. When you know you have a team out of class, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.